Good morning, everyone, on this early Thursday morning. Hopefully, you're off to a good start. It is cloudy, foggy, and wet out there, and we do have more showers and maybe a few thunder showers rolling through, but nothing like 12 years ago. As I'm going to go ahead and take a reflective look back on the tornado outbreak of the 12 years ago in April 27th here in just a minute. But we'll go ahead and get into our forecast. And once again, you can see those temperatures into the mid 50s. And you can see the area of rain, some of that pretty consistent as from North Georgia, Northeast Alabama, all that sliding on to the north and east. So we're going to be wet through a good part of the day. You can see basically the waves of showers and may see a little break here and there, but it's going to be a pretty wet day. And then by this evening and tonight, a little break with a few passing showers. But as we head into Friday, notice any of those renegade showers start to pinwheel their way off to the east as that frontal system pushes on through. It'll be breezy. Can't rule out a little spotty shower, but highs should be back into the 70s, about 74 to 77. And from there, it'll turn a little bit cooler Friday night. It'll be dry through the first part of the weekend as well. But we do have another storm system that we'll keep our eyes on for the second half of the weekend. And after that first one pushes on through, there's that window of dry weather, and then another stronger storm system moves out of the Gulf. That may scrape us and give us some showers, especially Chattanooga south and east as we head into your Sunday, and then that will sweep on through. After that, though, the weather looks very quiet. Notice the cooler temperatures as that trough of low pressure continues to just carve cooler air into the eastern part of the nation. And so for next week, after Sunday, I just don't expect any precipitation for a while, and temperatures will actually be comfortable but cooler than normal considering this time of year as we head through the first part of May. So after Sunday, we start to really settle down weather-wise as it looks like we're going to be looking at that unsettled weather today and then again on Sunday. But I wanted to focus on basically the threat that we had 12 years ago. This is April 27, 2011. I'm going to go ahead and take off the morning weather discussion logo, and it tells you a lot. It tells you that these storms actually originated over parts of Mississippi, and Alabama was hardest hit. Several EF5 tornadoes moved from Tuscaloosa onto the north and east toward Birmingham and then north of Tuscaloosa. And you can see across northwest Georgia, areas were hit extremely hard as well from, let's say, Sand Mountain, northeast Alabama, Jackson and DeKalb County, Trenton, Ringgold, southeast part of Hamilton County into Bradley County, where we had several EF4 tornadoes. So basically, that's a map showing how strong the tornadoes were, when they moved, the direction they moved, and how long they stayed on the ground. The longer the line that you see there, that is how long they stayed on the ground. And a couple of those tornadoes stayed on the ground for a couple of 100 miles, which was incredible. So it just goes to show you that the atmosphere, everything was prime and set up for tornadic weather across our area. And it not just happened in the evening hours. We had tornado warnings as early as 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. So we had several different episodes. Wanted to go ahead and show you a couple of different maps too, pictures that were taken. This was on top of Sand Mountain, taken from let's say southern Dade County on top of Lookout Mountain. These were given to me by Bill and Pat Klingon. And you can show that tornado, that EF4 tornado on top of Sand Mountain that many people still remember to this day. Here's a second look of that tornado as it was starting to come down Sand Mountain and come down toward the town of Trenton. And it still was holding together. You can see the classic formation there. And the tornado was probably some 3/4 to a mile wide at some points, as then it moved on to the north and east pretty rapidly. That was the evening tornado, but we did have tornadoes that moved through in the morning hours around 7, 8 o'clock, and that moved through Lookout Valley, and then the sun would come back out. Then another round of showers and storms would move on through. The sun would come back out and destabilize the atmosphere, and so we had about 3 episodes of those. with the evening storms and tornadoes obviously being the worst, especially from Sand Mountain, Trenton, Ringgold, Southeast Hamilton County, and Bradley County. So a day probably no one will ever forget, and we still see some of the scars, but fortunately today, yes, wet, but not stormy and nothing like what we had 12 years ago. So take care, be safe, have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll talk to you later.